can't have it all set like that.
Welcome to SUPRS Live. This is the Supermodified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series, the original Supermodified Sim Racing Sanction. And boy, do we have a good show in store for you here tonight. It's the 2018 SUPRS Gold Crest Non-Wing Supermodified Mid-Season Championship. And it's a 100-lapper with double points on the feature. And it's a good opportunity for a lot of guys to get moving around in the points area. Last week, we ran the Independence Day Twin 35s, and there was a bit of a point shake-up there as well, as the guys that have been right on the top since 2015, since we started running this R-Factor gaming platform, Keith Powell and Rob Warren, flip-flopping back and forth. And last week, those two won the features, but they also had some bad luck. And we've got Keith Powell in here right now. Keith, you've never won one of these mid-season championship races before. Your teammate has won two of them. Your arch nemesis in the points battle for the non-wing supremacy at SUPRS, Rob Warren, is the defending winner of this. Last week, you looked like you were in a good position to really come into this race, sitting on top of the world as far as points go. You had a great first race, and then everything fell apart in the second one with a destroyed race car. As we want to know, how much did that shake your confidence for this 100-lap race? And do you think that you can regain the points that you lost after the crash with Gary Waldron last week?
Well, thanks for having me in here, Bobby. I think it put a little bit more pressure on me, actually. Personally, and between me and my teammate at the beginning of the season, I told him I was really going to make a hard run at another championship, and which is tough to do. And it's definitely tough, fighting all season long with Rob, whether it be the non-wing or the wing, especially the non-wing, though. He's really, really tough. He's really good. It's going to make a really, really hard run at it this year. And I was pretty excited after the first race. First race went great. And I found myself sitting third right behind Rob in the second race in the early going. And started to get a little bit more excited about that. And then, just a big crash of, racing's racing. And we all have that, whether in the real ones or the online ones. But fortunately, the sim race cars, they don't cost too much to repair. But it puts a little bit more pressure on me, I think. The season's not very long. We're halfway through. And tonight is double points night. So if I'm going to make a run at him, and Kyle is in the mix too. I mean, I'm not forgetting about Kyle. He's actually sitting second of points for a good reason. He's fast too. And so to catch Kyle and maybe to cut in a little bit on Rob's lead to where it's manageable coming out of tonight, I'm really hoping for at least the top two here and maybe a little luck on my side.
Well, Keith, you mentioned Kyle Clark. He's sitting 36 points out of first place, and that's nothing. When a race normally pays 80 to win the feature, tonight it pays 160 to win. Short field tonight, that'll help keep things a little tighter as well, but you're only 46 points back. You've got to worry about, don't have to worry about Derek Backus so much tonight, as he was right behind you at 28 points. So you got a little bit of breathing room. But let's talk a little bit about that crash with Gary Waldron last week. That was a really, for a sim racing crash here at Oswego Speedway. That was a tough one. Gary losing control out of turn 4. Rob Warren in second place right there, able to shuffle and jive, and you jived and shuffled, and all of a sudden the car was right there. Can you describe what it was like from your cockpit?
It was just a flash, and then I heard this big bang. I didn't really see him start coming back across. I seen him get loose, and then I was really committed. I was actually going to try Rob on the outside. If Rob was going to wait for his tires coming a little bit and try to get Gary underneath, I was actually going to try Rob on the outside going down into 1. I don't know how well that would have shook out, but I was sure going to try it. So I was really, really up on Rob's bumper going down the front straightaway, and to try that. So I was right there in the mix, and I seen Gary get a little loose left, and then he was just out of my picture until that big bang and a wider black flash of his right front tire kind of coming up into the cockpit. So it was actually pretty scary. It actually shook me. These games have become so immersive. I think that when you're really, really getting into it, something like that, I mean, I wasn't sore the next day. So that's really, really a good thing. But I think you just immerse yourself so much in these games, and the mods that SUPRS has created kind of allows us to do that, So it was a tough one. It was scary.
Well, video producer Kevin Timmons pulled that video up right now and watching it again. Certainly was a hairy incident when it comes to virtual racing. Thank goodness we don't have to send you any money for being injured, or Gary Waldron. But remember, folks, that's what we do here at SUPRS. We raise money for injured Supermodified drivers through the Dion Parish Memorial Benevolent Fund for Supermodifieds. Your donation goes to help drivers in their times of need. And that's why we race here at SUPRS. We race online to give back real time. And we call it Supermodified Sim Racing for the right reasons. And as you become a member, for just a $25 donation a year, all that money goes to the Dion Parish Memorial Fund also. Like I say, fortunately, you don't have to worry about that in virtual racing. It is realistic, but thank goodness it's not that realistic. And the Mayfield missile is repaired and ready to go racing here tonight. Keith, want to wish you the best of luck. You got a shot at your very first one here tonight, the midseason champion, as a midseason champion. So I know that's on your bucket list and something you want to get. Good luck to you, and have a great race.
Thank you, Bobby. You too.
Keith Powell, ladies and gentlemen, looking for his first SUPRS Gold Crest midseason championship. Around the world, or around the nation,